All right, lads. Now, at this point in my life, I would not consider myself either a winner or a loser. But, however, this video is going to dive into the differences between winners and losers and the traits that they emulate. So first off, the difference between winners and losers is that winners realize that there is no escape from their insecurities and their failures. If you're trying to be a trader, approach women, get clients for a business, you have to accept the fact that you're going to endure rejection and losing many times, and not just blatant rejection that will cause you to constantly rethink if you are truly capable. Every successful person has gone through a phase of self-hatred, self-doubt, and even losing all hope at times. Do you know what it's like to tell your family or friends that you're leaving school or quitting your job to pursue a dream just for nothing to work out at all? You look like an idiot and waste a year of your life trying to build something just for it to, in the end, feel like it was all for nothing. This will kill most people's confidence. I've seen a lot of people give up on their dreams because losing was just too much for them to endure, that they never even got over the hump of even getting a taste of success. That right there is those thoughts that come into place when you're doubting yourself. The only point in which you can classify something as failure is when you decide to, is when you choose to give up. When you choose to take all that effort and blood, sweat, and tears and just walk away from it. That's when failure comes into place. Not because someone else would define how far you made it in something as a failure. It's you. You're the one that defines when failure takes place and when it doesn't. And I believe this is where winners are separated from losers. That fine line between where you declare something as a failure and give up, or you choose to keep working at it. It's when you lose all your confidence and all your money that you are then given the opportunity to still say fuck it and keep going all in at it, regardless of what odds are in your favor and regardless of what other people think. Bro, your body, your skin and bones, that's your avatar. And we only get one of them as far as we're all concerned. So go use it to its fullest potential and pay attention to what your skills are and what your weaknesses are, and look at always where you can improve in your weak spaces and be proud to use what your strengths are. We live in a world where people have gotten us to forget that it's okay as young men to be competitive. You see, men to men, when men see another man and he has more of something than he does, a better lifestyle, better girls, more money, a nicer car, nicer clothes, anything, they will do whatever it takes to make that person the bad guy in their head. And that's just called jealousy, and that's not your fault when other people are jealous. Remember, it's totally fine to be competitive and to be proud. Life has evolved so far to now where everything is truly financial. But we used to hunt lions back in the day, and whoever was the best hunter would have the first pick at what female they wanted in the tribe, right? Like, we're getting way deep into some crazy stuff, but it's true. That used to be human societal norms. Now it's McLaren, now it's Ferrari, now it's what kind of watch you got on, what kind of high rise you got, right? This is just life now. And it's okay to remember you're allowed to be competitive out there. As soon as you make this decision to say fuck it and keep going, the universe all of a sudden begins to respect you. The gods start to assist you after they hear your wishes and after they get to see your strength and how much heart you have and the passion you have for this dream that you want to pursue. This world will absolutely test your heart. It has no problem doing that. Test your belief in yourself. See how much you actually do. Test the love you have for your passion. You gotta remember, man, if whatever it is you're working on, if it was easy, everybody would do it. And that's because 99% of people give up. 99% of people don't actually love it as bad as the 1% do. It's the game of life that we're all put into. This is why you'll see people dumber than you, more successful than you. And that's because the universe is assisting them because they don't lack heart. And the universe sometimes can't help but say, I like this dude. Also think, if you can survive a phase of repeated failure, you will, by default, build a level of mental, emotional, and spiritual strength that can't be broken by anything external. Success is undoubtedly hard. Success is all the way up here, out of the camera frame. It's out of here. But society brings success down to here, where you got people 23, 24 out of college thinking it's acceptable to be living at home. Guys, that's failure. You're 23, 24 with a college degree still living at home. I'm sorry. I wish I could live at home forever too. But that's failure, right? That's the bar for that is acceptable. People want to say, "Oh, rent is expensive. Oh man, inflation. Let's just live in mom and dad's house." When everyone in life is slowly going a little bit further, they still feel just fine right here because they think this is the bar. And so many other different concepts. That's just one, and that might piss a lot of people off. But I don't care. Where you think the norms are, that shit is down here. And success is all the way up here. And then there's this fine line of the overachievers where we're all chilling at. Trying to find our way. You, maybe not you specifically, but almost nearly everybody that you might see below you is just blinded by what they think the norms are. Success is hard. You have to deliver value every single day to people that rely on you. There's a lot of pressure that comes along with being important. And when you don't deliver, your consumers, they don't look for excuses. They don't have any empathy or sympathy for that matter. They signed up to receive what you promised to deliver. And if for some reason you can't deliver, there are no excuses. Whether you run an agency, fitness coaching, even selling products on Amazon, shipping to a customer. If it's not gotten to them by the date promised, there are no excuses. And this is, in fact, just the world we live in, especially the country we live in, where we live in a country that is purely consumer based, where we oftentimes, the consumers of America, consume more than can be produced. And there are no excuses for when they don't get what they want. Times in which you previously have felt like you went through hell. We're just building thicker skin for you to be ready for what's about to come. On your journey, stop right now worrying about how much money you make and shift your mindset to be thinking, how can I provide even more value than I already am? Always gear your actions and your product to how can your customer get a better experience than they already are. In other words, how can you provide more value than you already are? And you want to max yourself out to the point where you can't do any more in the 12, 16 hours a day that you're working. And then you need to delegate something. You need to offload something to somebody else. And that's how you build something. That's how you build. That's how you systemize, and that's how you scale. Realize that along the way, you have to be molded into a winner on the mental and emotional level before financial. Remember, the end goal is the financial status, right? But to be able to get to that point, you have to first become someone deserving of that status, right? And money comes when you actually become that person. Like oftentimes people say in dating, you have to become the type of person you want to be before you attract the right type of person. We don't have it all figured out at this point, but there certainly is a correlation and a connection to becoming deserving of the person that you want to be. You have to mentally become deserving of the traits and the characteristics of the end goal person that you want to become. So you need to build mental and emotional endurance that type of person would have before it ever even begins to come. To everyone around me, the direction that I was heading in, the actions that I was taking, the person I was did not resonate with anybody around me in college. Not a single person. In time, more people began to see the value in having me as a friend. And that's my inner circle. Those are my closest friends now. But nobody else did. 3 years later, after 2 years, wasting 2 years in the job market, I'm free, away from my 9 to 5, building a business and helping other people on the daily. I stayed loyal to myself. I stayed loyal knowing in my heart what I have to provide and knowing that I could provide more than I currently was. And doing soul searching, trial and error, figuring out what value I can provide, where value is needed, tons of trial and error, mix of losing people, gaining people, you name it, everything. But I stayed so loyal to myself. And on this journey, I realized these two things, and they go hand in hand. Nobody in this world is going to have your back more than you do, and nobody is going to care about your business more than you do. Delegating is an extremely hard task, but finding true people outside of business to bring on the journey with you is even harder. Remember, all you have is yourself. As long as you stay true to yourself, listen to your gut, listen to what feels right, get good at listening to yourself and have a good relationship with yourself and practice self-love, you can never be steered wrong. What is real will always prosper. The truth always comes out. Don't let your dreams only be dreams. If you have a dream, chase it, because the dream will never chase you back. Don't turn your back on yourself. Understand that you're always trying your best. You will lose respect for yourself at times, and you won't be able to gain it back easily. Put your foot down, know when the right time is to, and never go against your morals. Don't ever change your morals for somebody else. Because remember, when you respect yourself and you say fuck it, and you don't change your morals for somebody else or something external, the universe begins to respect you. And the right type of people, the right types of things, the right types of opportunities will find their way to you. The inner child within you is watching very clearly and very carefully, and looking for you to lead. Don't fade yourself in this time. Even when at times nothing seems to be working, it's okay. Have patience. Born into hell so you can turn it into heaven. Water into wine. This is the path to divine.